The monster, known as a muzzle, was created through inbreeding between humans and pigs. These creatures have become the dominant force in the world, farming and consuming well-fed humans like livestock during the Third World War. World leaders plan to use these monsters as super soldiers for their armies. The film opens in a desolate city that is uninhabitable for ordinary humans. Rob, a tense bounty hunter seeking justice, is seen aiming his gun at a monster that appears to be a human-pig hybrid. His assistant, Nina, urges him to shoot the creature. Rob eventually kills the monster and instructs Nina to cut off its ears. A few months later, another monster named Taras arrives, armed and threatening to kill Rob and Nina because Rob had just killed his target. Nina tries to throw a knife at Taras, but misses. Taras quickly shoots at them while flying through the air, and Nina is overwhelmed when Taras gets assistance from a dwarf hiding in his large bag. Taras's assistant then drops a bomb. As they dodge the explosion, Rob begins to explain how everything started. During the Third World War, 70% of humanity perished. A younger Rob lived with his stepfather, known as Gravedigger, and his sister, Raksha. Gravedigger was frustrated by the mass deaths and had lost faith in God. Raksha was a skilled fighter who had never lost a match with Rob during their training. One day, Gravedigger took Rob and Raksha to get some candy, leaving them in the car while he went inside a shop. When Gravedigger discovered the shop in disarray with many corpses on the floor, he was attacked by a monster known as a muzzle. Despite managing to dodge the attack, Gravedigger was eventually overwhelmed and killed. Rob and Raksha, who had been watching, escaped by hiding under a car. Rob reveals that no one knows who created the first muzzle, a hybrid between human and pig. The Americans blamed the Russians, and the Russians blamed the Americans. In truth, the muzzles were the result of a project initiated by someone who continued one of Hitler's ruthless experiments to create super soldiers through inbreeding. When the project went wrong, the muzzles enslaved humans and began farming and eating them. In response, the remnants of the Russian and American armies collaborated in a desperate attempt to eradicate the muzzles. They deployed a biological weapon intended to kill the muzzles, but it only succeeded in making them sterile, except for the Holy Mother, a giant human-pig hybrid who could still produce muzzles. It was rumored that she could consume half a ton of human meat daily, but no one had ever seen her. Rob and Raksha intercepted every delivery truck in an effort to find her, but the muzzles never revealed her location, even under torture. Returning to the present, Rob and Nina manage to kill Taras and the dwarf as they sleep together. Rob then encounters a mysterious man named Raphael. Suddenly, a group of muzzles attacks them, severely injuring Nina. Rob quickly takes out some of the muzzles, but decides to escape with his car, leaving Nina behind. Rob heads to the secret bunker of the human resistance, where survivors are hiding underground. He meets his boss, Lyudmila, and presents her with muzzle ears. When Rob asks for his payment, Lyudmila informs him that his primary target is Benedict, a muzzle who knows the location of a secret human farm called The Liver. Mila believes the Holy Mother is located there and orders Rob to find Benedict and the farm so he can kill the Holy Mother. At the secret military camp, Raksha receives orders from her boss, Askar, to take 2 team members to the bunker. Askar says that Rob needs her help because Nina is dead. Meanwhile, Rob captures Benedict and interrogates him about the liver's location, but Benedict remains silent even as Rob slams his head. Rob reports this to Lyudmila, but she insists he find the Holy Mother. The film shifts to the girls as they make their way toward the secret bunker. While running through the forest, 2 of them are killed by muzzles. Raksha manages to kill one of the muzzles before being rescued by the human resistance team via helicopter. Meanwhile, Rob heads to the human resistance bunker, where he reunites with Raksha. Together, they plan to track Benedict using a tracker Rob secretly placed on him when he slammed his head. The following morning, Rob and Raksha board a helicopter to follow Benedict to Manhattan, where the liver is located. Upon arriving in Manhattan, now overrun by muzzles, they use muzzle dung to disguise themselves and follow Benedict. After knocking on a door and killing a suspicious guard, they sneak inside. A muzzle begins to suspect their presence, but Rob kills it. This action alerts all the muzzles, leading to chaos as Rob and Raksha kill them all, including Benedict. Rob then discovers that Benedict is not genetically a muzzle. Suddenly, they are intercepted by muzzles near the exit. Out of bullets, they fight the muzzles hand to hand. Just as they are about to be overwhelmed, Askar appears and uses a machine gun to eliminate the muzzles. Rob is shocked to learn that Askar is actually his sibling. Rob and Raksha then hide inside a delivery truck filled with dead bodies. The muzzles set the temperature very low, causing Rob to hallucinate, seeing a pregnant Raksha. Another figure, claiming to be Raksha, appears, but Rob shoots her, realizing she is an imposter. At the same time, Vidra, a humanoid robot from the human resistance, arrives and destroys the truck to save Rob and Raksha from freezing. Vidra then teleports Rob to another location. The scene shifts to a famous footballer, Cristiano, and a boy hiding from the muzzles. The boy believes Rob will save them, but Cristiano is skeptical. The muzzles find them, and Cristiano fights back until his ammunition runs out. Rob arrives just in time to help Cristiano, using some bullets to assist him. Cristiano kills a muzzle with a powerful kick. After defeating the muzzles, Rob frees himself from the wall, and Cristiano is astonished to see that Rob is indeed helping them. It is revealed that Rob is a superhero, saving the remaining humans. Later, the trio heads to the secret bunker using the muzzle's truck. Cristiano reveals that he lived in the bunker before the outbreak. He recalls a woman with a tattoo asking about Rob, and later, Raphael beheading the remaining survivors. Meanwhile, their truck is attacked by Raksha, who mistakes them for muzzles. Rob survives, but Cristiano and the boy are killed. Rob, Raksha, and Vidra retreat to a safe location outside the city. Rob tells Raksha about his time travel. Although he failed to save Gravedigger, he managed to change something in the past. The film then flashes back to their youth just after Gravedigger's death. They plan to take revenge on the militarists. A younger Rob is visited by an older version of himself from the future, who warns him not to attack the military base or Raksha will be hurt. As proof, the older Rob gives the younger Rob a bullet. The next day, as Raksha wakes up to prepare for their attack, Rob shows her the bullet given by his future self, indicating that the attack is cancelled. Rob removes Raksha's leg braces to see if his time travel was successful. She can walk freely, proving that his mission to prevent her injury was successful. Elsewhere, Liad Mila visits Raphael, revealing her betrayal of Rob. Mila comforts Raphael about his failure to kill Rob and orders her assistant to find and kill him. Later, Vidra spots a boat with two humans approaching. Rob decides to let them come closer. They turn out to be Raksha's friend and the dwarf, who were believed to be dead but have somehow returned. After lunch, the dwarf reveals a muzzle head, claiming it to be Benedict's. However, Rob discovers it's not Benedict's head. Raksha's friend, revealing a tattoo on her back, is actually Raphael's assistant. Rob attacks her, but she fights back. It's revealed that her body is being controlled remotely by Liad Mila. Raksha intercepts the dwarf before he can use his gun, with Vidra helping by deflecting the shot. The dwarf escapes but shoots Raksha, who hides behind Vidra's metal body. Eventually, Raksha kills the dwarf after interrogating Raphael's assistant. Rob then goes to Raphael's hideout, where Raphael welcomes him with a dance, claiming that Rob will not change anything, even if he kills the Holy Mother, because humans can no longer reproduce due to the biological weapon. Only the Holy Mother can reproduce. Raphael reveals that Rob has time-traveled multiple times to kill the Holy Mother, but has always failed. Rob questions how Raphael knows this, suspecting Raphael has followed him through time. Raphael attacks Rob and they fight using their dancing skills. Raphael escapes using Terrace's suit. The film flashes back to Rob's younger days. Rob, once a model and friend of Raphael, sees Raphael's car pull up. Rob finds a small dog on his seat, which Raphael says belongs to the Holy Mother. As Rob smokes a cigarette, he notices a sign reading, "Humans equals pigs." Vidra arrives to pick him up, and it turns out that Rob's entire fight was just a dream, a figment of his imagination.